Today we go over the top 10 shots of the Star Wars The Last Jedi behind the scenes sizzle reel. This is Mike Zero here once again. If you guys are new here to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now today I wanted to gather the top 10 shots that I found in The Last Jedi sizzle reel. I handpicked these as my top 10 favorite shots, so I'm going to go through the first one to the 10th one. And bringing it off at number 1 here, we have Chewbacca underneath the Millennium Falcon next to a campfire with the crew all the way to the left here. We see a boom microphone here. And I gotta say, what's so amazing about this shot is that you see the Millennium Falcon parked where it is, actually where it was left off at the very end of The Force Awakens. We do know that Chewbacca apparently will be guarding the Falcon while Rey is up at the very top meeting Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. So this scene, this shot is very much cinematic. I love it. I love the fact that we're getting a nice night shot next to a campfire. Who knows? I don't know where R2-D2 is. I believe he is somewhere with the Porgs, perhaps, but that brings us to the second shot of one of our other main characters, Poe Dameron. This is number 2 here in his X-Wing. Now, his X-Wing is going to be black and gold in this film. I love that. But what's so cool about Poe Dameron is that in this film, he will be called Captain Poe Dameron. I love the new outfit he has here. It's black. He's got the little symbol here going on. He's got the headset. He looks like he's ready for battle. It's hard to tell exactly which cockpit he's in right now. It could be an A-Wing. It could be an X-Wing. We did hear that Poe Dameron will be flying an A-Wing in this film, but will also be flying his X-Wing. So that brings us to number 3 on the list, and that is General Leia, portrayed by Carrie Fisher. I love this shot because of her face. I don't know what's going on here, but it looks very dramatic. She looks really, really sad if you look at her face. I don't know what she's thinking right now, but it's definitely about somebody. It could be about Luke. It could be about, perhaps, all of the people that she lost on Hosnian Prime, including one of her friends, Corcella. Now, this environment, it looks like it could be Crate. It could be Canto Bight, for all we know. But that brings us to number 4. And we have General Leia once again, a back shot, but we have Laura Dern here as Vice Admiral Holdo. I gotta say, I really am loving the outfit. How it goes around her neck, some flesh is, exposed right here. We have the pink hair. She looks like she's pleased to meet General Leia, though we have heard that looks can be deceiving when it comes to both characters. Of course, Vice Admiral Holdo and DJ. Now that brings us to the 5th image, and here we have Rose and Finn undercover, dressed as First Order officers, it seems. Now, this is definitely the scene that was reported where Finn and Rose go on board of the Mega Star Destroyer that belongs to Supreme Leader Snoke. So, exactly, what are they doing on here? What are they trying to recover? Is it information from the First Order? Is it somebody? Could they be trying to find Snoke? Who knows, guys? The questions do remain. The answers, are going to be very much mysterious till the film comes out. But they are indeed undercover, as we heard months ago. So that brings us to the 6th image. And what I love about this image is it's Kylo Ren. We don't really see the scar too much in this shot, but you can see it faintly. But what's really making me, think here is, why does Kylo Ren seem surprised? Why does he seem stunned? As if somebody just, came in the room without knocking, right? He looks stunned. I don't know what's going on here. It could be Supreme Leader Snoke busting through the door. It could be General Hux saying something. This is definitely on board of the Mega Star Destroyer. You can just tell by the structure around him. But Guys, I gotta say, I really love this new shot of Adam Driver as Kylo Ren with the new outfit. It looks great. And that brings us to the 7th image, and this is where things start to really pump up for me, and that is Jedi Master Luke Skywalker sitting down in the cave next to director Rian Johnson. Now, I talked about this before in my last breakdown video. We do see a little bit of a shine here, as if there's fire going on. Could this be the fire from the Millennium Falcon where Chewbacca is sitting next to a campfire, or could this be something completely different in and on itself? Now, we do note that in the film, Luke Skywalker is going to have a scene in a cave with the fire going, so it could be something very much different. And that means we're going to have 2 scenes so far that involve campfires. So very, very cool. I believe that this shot in particular was done in Pinewood Studios in the UK. The stone, I don't know what this is, but the everything, it looks real. I don't know if this is hard foam at Pinewood or if this was actually shot at the site over in Ireland. And that brings us to yet another image, number 8. And what I love about this shot, I'm going to bring it up right now, is Luke Skywalker holding the Skywalker lightsaber. Now, we did hear that he would be grabbing this with his mechanical hand, and as you can see, we have the CGI markers on Hamill's hand to replace it with a mechanical one for the film. And what's so stunning about this shot is we're left thinking, what is Luke Skywalker thinking as he sees this lightsaber of his that he once used over 30 years ago in The Empire Strikes Back against his father, Darth Vader? I believe that those thoughts will be revealed in the official novelization. And that brings us to number 9. Alright, we're getting to the top of the list. Now, number 9 is going to involve Rey. Let me bring this up right now. And she actually has the Skywalker lightsaber. And what I love so much about this shot is how it was shot in the dark. She has the hood. She looks very Jedi-like. And if I had to guess, this is a shot for the 3rd act of the film, just before the battle with Kylo Ren. I have full belief that this could be a scene of Rey completing her Jedi training, hence the hood, looking very Jedi-like, looking very confident. I love the Skywalker lightsaber. It looks amazing. And you know what? I cannot wait for Rey as a character in this film. I really can't wait. That brings us to the final image, number 10, my absolute favorite shot. Luke Skywalker with the backpack, it seems, or the sack, and he's looking. He turns his head. If you watch the footage, he turns his head. He's looking at Rey right here, okay? He's looking at her. He's on top of a cliff, and we actually went over this shot description a couple weeks ago of both Rey and Luke on top of a cliff next to a boulder right over here. I gotta say, it really makes you wonder, what is Luke Skywalker looking at, and why is he turning his head towards Rey? If I had to guess, he senses that the First Order is on its way, and an invasion is imminent. And that's when he tells Rey to tell Chewbacca to prep and to take the Millennium Falcon and take down as many, TIE fighters as possible. And that's when Kylo Ren lands with his Knights of Ren. And boom, the battle begins with Rey going up against Kylo Ren and Luke going up against the Knights of Ren. And what I love about Bob Iger from Disney today is that, or yesterday, he said that, Mark Hamill's performance as Luke Skywalker, it is the best ever. And he said, you'll see that I'm right. So guys, that about wraps it up for today. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
Night to moon, we hear them moans again. No.